Alright, you want to get real about money? Most people don't. But if you do, stick around. For those of you that are new here, I'm a financial analyst for the last few years. I have private, public, government experience with financial analysis. I have dedicated the last 6 years at this point to learning everything I can about personal finance and financial responsibility because I grew up with nothing, my family had nothing, and I want to change that. In the YouTube studio section, there is an area where it shows trends. This was one of the trends that I saw while at work today when I was checking on my phone. Brutally honest financial advice. The fact that people are searching that and that it's a trend in, this day and age and this economy and this current state of the world is alarming to me. And as someone who cares about this stuff, I know I only have 14 subscribers right now. My opinion might not matter that much. Nobody knows who I am. If this can reach one person and maybe one of these pieces of advice can, influence someone's decision, just one person outside of my inner circle, I think this video is worth it. I don't want to do any fancy editing on this one. I don't want to do any distractions or like ADHD zoomer editing like I, usually do. This one is just core fundamental knowledge. Brutally honest tips that I think people really need to hear. I hope that any of these tips or pieces of advice can help anyone, anywhere, at any time. So today, I'm dropping the sugarcoating and giving you real, brutal, honest advice about finances. The first piece of advice, you can't get rich overnight. And you can't just hustle your way into millions. Reality check, real wealth is built over time with discipline and smart choices. I know hustle culture is insane about now. And, you're supposed to hustle, grind your way to a millionaire, billionaire. Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, all of those people just grinded harder than we did. That's not true. You can't do it overnight. You need a stable income. You need a 9 to 5. You need all the boring stuff. You can't get rich quick overnight. You can't just hustle your way to it. And as much as people want you to think so, it's the second part is the ugly truth about debt. Credit card debt is a trap and designed to keep you poor, and payday loans and high interest debt is just financial suicide. For student loans, not all degrees are built equal. Not all of them are worth getting into debt for. If I were you, I would choose wisely. My piece of advice for this, pay off your high interest debt as soon as possible. No ifs, ands, or buts. The third section is about the importance of saving. You need an emergency fund, even when it sucks. Aim for 3 to 6 months of living expenses. My advice for this one, skip the instant gratification. I know delayed gratification sucks. Deal with it. You don't need a new phone. You don't need a new car. You don't need anything. Skip the impulse buys. Future you will thank you. Fourth part is about investing. This is not just for the rich. You need to start early. Time is your biggest asset. Start investing now, even if it's just a little bit. For this, I would do low-cost index funds. Don't try to beat the market, just match it. And the last part, avoid get-rich-quick schemes. Like I said at the beginning, you don't get rich overnight, and you can't hustle. Just avoid them at all costs. If someone's trying to sell you on millions overnight, it's probably a scam. Fifth section is on side hustles and extra income. Now, it's important to differentiate when I say side hustles. This is different than in the first section. You can't hustle your way to millions, but you can still have a side hustle to help you reach your financial goals. In this case, side income and side hustles will help you reach your financial goals faster. Pick side hustles that build skills that are worth it and create passive income, not just quick cash. For me, right now, I'm not successful at it, but I'm trying to explore side hustles on Fiverr by freelancing my financial analysis skills and auditing skills. It's not working yet, but I'm trying. The sixth section and last part is probably the most important. This is the hardest truth of all, and this is about discipline. You need to have self-control for this one. Budgeting is not fun, but it is necessary, so you have to do it. And stick to your plan. Success comes from consistency, not just luck.